Okay, so this is the last video C for 5.3 lesson. And it says that we're talking about how to make money with stocks. And it says gains are made when stocks are sold at prices that were higher than the purchase price. And losses are taken when stocks are sold at prices lower than the purchase price. And in this example, let's talk about a stock. We'll call him stock A. And I'll put some numbers to this so that it helps you realize what's going on here. So we'll just call these different days, different times that the stock has a price. It could be all in the same day. You don't really have, it doesn't matter how we look at it. I'm just saying, if we looked at this as time, so at 0 hours when I bought the stock, and then we look at it as 1 hour later, 2 hours later, 3 hours later, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hours later. All right. So at the opening day of at the opening of the business day, I bought this stock, and let's say that I paid $70 for that stock per share. Well, 1 hour later, it's went up. Let's say that it's went up to about 85 right here, or 90. Doesn't really matter. I'm just putting some numbers to it. Well, at C, 2 hours later, it's back down. So it went up, come back down in price to C. And let's say down here it's at $30 a share. Then the next hour, it went back up. A little more than A, but not quite as much as B. So let's say that that's about 78. We'll just split the difference. Then it went from D down to E, the price of that stock, the value. And at E, let's say that it was only worth $3 a share down here. Then it went back up an hour later to F. And at F, it's at like, we'll say $98 a share. Then the next hour, it went back down to here, which was the same as A at $70 an hour. And then it went from G to H, which means it went up a little bit. We'll say that at H, it was worth the same as it was at D, because those are equal here. And then from H, it went back down to I at the 8th hour, which is what I gave for it. Now, if I wanted to make a profit off of that stock, I should have sold it at any point. I hope you're not writing all over your thing. I just wanted you to see this. I should have sold it at any point above what I paid for it. Okay? So this would have been my profit area up here. Anything below what I paid for it, if I sold it at that, would be a loss. So there was 2 hours that if I'd have sold it, I'd have lost money. If I'm right on that line with A, G, and I could sell it. I wouldn't make any money. I would probably actually be out a little money because I had to pay my brokers for fee on both ends, you know, the buy and the sell. So this is a typical 8 hours for a stock in the market. Now I want you to take what I went over here. I want you to take a few minutes, pause your video, and answer these first 4 questions, and then come back and check your answers with me for understanding, okay? Okay, you can check your answers to those 4 questions there. This last one's a little bit be tricky, so I'm going to go over it. If Madison took a loss when she sold the stock at point D, when would she have bought it? So if D's price is above A, she didn't buy it at A, or that's a gain. So she had to buy it to the left of D. She bought it at C, she made a great profit. But if she bought it at B, she paid more for it than she sold it for at D. So that answer to that last question was B. All right, let's talk about how we determine the basic cost, broker's fee, and the total cost of each of the following stock purchases. So there's an easy way to do this. First of all, I have 100 shares at $12 each. So 12 times 100 means that I spent $1,200 to purchase that stock. But I've got something, this is the price of each stock, and that's the number of stocks, right? I have to figure in a broker's fee. So once I figure this basic cost here, then I have to say 1,200 times 2% as a decimal, okay? Not 2.02. So that means I'm paying 2 cents on every dollar that I spend here. Okay, so when I multiply this 1,200 times 0.02, that means it costs me $24 to buy that $1,200 worth of stock. So if I take the price of the stock plus the brokerage fee, this tells me that the total cost is $1,224. That's how you're doing that. Okay, one more time. This is the stock price. Be nice if I could. Right, stock price. This 100, number of stocks. And what does that give us? That gives us this 1,200, which was the basic cost. Then I come over here with this basic cost again. I'm going to multiply that by the broker fee, which is right here. It's a percentage, it's 2%, and I multiply it by that 0.02 to get that total broker fee. Then I take this basic cost plus the broker fee to get the total cost of purchasing the stock. All right, pause your video, try to work number B and C, come back and check your answers.